What's going on, guys? This is some helmet cam footage from the Torn slash OCCRA or Okra or whatever you want to call it combo race in Boulter, Texas. Or I guess they refer to it as Munster, Texas, because Munster is the closest town that actually has people in it. I think Boulter has like a population of 3, but yeah, Red River Motorcycle Park, or Motorcycle Trails, whatever they want to call it. But anyway, you can see there's a lot of sand, and yeah, there was a lot of sand. This was probably the sandiest section, but quite a bit of sand on this track. But Red River has kind of a big mix of terrain. This whole area is like mostly sand, but there's also a lot of hardpack. Maybe not as much as there is sand, but there's a whole lot of those too. Those creek crossings, and those are fun when you're riding, but not when you're racing. That's basically what I have to say. I guess sometimes they're fine, but you know, it gets all rutted, and then you're just kind of trying to get through it. But the track was pretty good. I mean, it was fun. It was 6.5 miles, which is longer than the average Torn track. The average Torn track is just 5 miles or 4.5 or something like that. So I guess they made a compromise between the Torn track length and the Okra track length, and made it right in the middle at 6.5. So it was pretty fun. You know, like I said, there's a pretty good mix of everything here, and I feel like, I don't know, I did like not grow up, I didn't grow up riding anywhere, because I didn't start riding until I was 12 or so, but I learned to ride here pretty much. This is where I rode when I first got a bike, my Yamaha TTR 125 back in 2005. So this is basically where I learned to ride, but for some reason I'm not that great here. Not sure why, but I think I could be good, but I just I didn't ride very well this weekend, unfortunately, especially on Saturday. On Saturday I just got a bad start, which is, I just sound like a broken record when I say that I got a bad start, but got a bad start and then just rode pretty terribly for the rest of the race. And here, this is a nice little line, right? This was totally burned in during the races, but I was hoping I could pass people there on the first lap, but it was already burned in enough that everyone took it on the first lap of the race. So no passing there. That was one thing about this track. It was, I mean, I don't know, it was kind of hard to pass, but there were like options. There were different places to take different lines and stuff like that, but usually there was one line that was clearly faster than the others. Like here, this was always faster than the line that guy in the Yamaha took. But yeah, this is like a fast section of the track. I really like this part, but I like fast stuff. I don't know why. Just seem to do better when the tracks are faster and easier. Maybe it's just because I don't have enough skill. I don't know what it is. But I feel like I have fairly decent line selection when there's just open fields and stuff. And I think I have fairly decent line selection, period. But maybe I'm wrong, because sometimes I get past where I don't think that I can. But, you know, it's just, sometimes I have good lines and sometimes I don't, which I guess is normal. That's everyone's situation. So yeah, overall I thought the track was good, but I just didn't ride well. Saturday like I said, just bad start, and for some reason I feel like I rode great in practice, or not great, but I felt like I was riding fairly well in practice, and during the race I just couldn't keep the pace. Like, I wasn't riding nearly as well, and I feel like I can usually keep the pace if there's someone in front of me, but like in Saturday's race, I got stuck behind one of the Okra guys, and I couldn't pass him until like more than halfway through the first lap. I should have passed him right after the start, but for some reason it just took me too long. And yeah, it's like when you watch Ryan Dungey ride. Nah, never mind. That's a terrible comparison, because I'm a little bit slower than Ryan Dungey, just a little bit. But anyway, yeah, I just didn't ride well, and yeah, here you see me taking some line. It ended up not being the fastest line, really, but there was another line to the left right here in this section that I saw some people taking during the race. But overall, it was a pretty crappy weekend. Saturday was not good. I ended up 6th, and then I got 5th place points because one of the guys in front of me was in Okra, and we were just getting points for like the people that were in our class only counted in our race results, in our torn race results. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm explaining it terribly, but you know what I'm trying to say. And on Sunday, I guess it was even worse, but the first part of it was a lot better. I got I guess I was like 4th off the start. There were only 5 people racing, but I passed for 3rd, like after the 2nd turn, and then eventually I made the pass for 2nd, but then I got passed again, or I got passed and fell back to 3rd. And then I lost a little bit of time to the guy that passed me, and I was probably like 10 or 15 seconds behind him, and I hit a tree. Those dang trees, man. I just in a little turn in the woods, right before you come out of the woods, this one place, I'm not going to try to describe it because it'd be harder to describe, but I just, it was kind of a tree leaning into the line, and I leaned into the tree, and I just, apparently I didn't even see it. I just bonked my head right into it, and probably the hardest that I've ever hit my head on a tree. It was pretty bad. I kind of lost my vision for 15 seconds or so. Maybe not lost my vision, but I could not see straight at all, and my whole like left arm went numb, which is kind of disturbing. But I couldn't feel the clutch or anything. I couldn't feel anything. I kept riding. I slowed way down. I had to take my goggles off because they were totally screwed. And then I stopped right after I finished that lap and got some goggles from my mom, and she told me to like wait a little bit before I took off, just to make sure that I was coherent and able to make decisions, I guess, because I probably should have pulled off, to be honest with you, but I knew that there was probably another guy, the other guy behind me would probably pass me, and Cole Fisher was behind me, and he did pass me when I pulled off, but I knew there was another guy behind him, and I knew he was way behind, but I didn't want to take any chances, so I toughed it out and finished, but I don't know if it was really worth it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.